line. So when I'm going to train the float serve, it's going to be the same way for the kindergartners as it would our college players. And I think each college player should have a good float serve. So we'll do this in our gym. You know, that if you're right-handed, your weight's on the back foot, presenting the ball. You want to do it with me? Presenting the ball in front of my hitting shoulder, okay? If it's a kindergartner, I'm taking the lid off. If it's a college player, it's just pulling your elbow back. I don't open real wide on it. Again, I'm not going to open quite as wide as I would if I was attacking, so it's going to be here. And I'm just going to lift in front of that hitting shoulder about as high as they can reach, a little bit higher than that contact point. And then I'm going to shift weight. And the follow-through for me, it's solid contact. That contact is so key to create that float. And then that ball can just kind of follow, that arm can just kind of follow through as it would just naturally do. So go ahead. Good, so she caught it a little low there. Good, so creating that float. So we'd work on that a little bit and just keep moving back as you do this. So the keys, we'll do, go ahead. Did you say something? Sorry.
No.
As we're doing this, we'd have them continue to move back, but the big thing I want them locked in on is, are they creating float on the ball? So are they getting that hand contact, or are they creating spin? Is that floating? And obviously, as they're little, you're not as locked into that. But as they get older, you know, if they're seeing spin on that ball, they need to really see whether they're contacting off the side of that ball, that's going to create spin, or are they breaking the wrist, and that's creating spin. Coach, you have anything on the float serve? We'll let you hold up for a second, guys.
Hang on
Good
a
job.
second. Can the two of you move up to the 10-foot line and get on your knees? I rarely do stuff like this where you break it down to a crazy point anymore, but I saw a coach do this in Kentucky, Craig Skinner, and I actually loved it. I'd open up just a little bit. No, on your knees. Yeah. Too much, probably. Okay, and just toss it and serve it into the net. Okay, just serve it into the net. So the reason I really like this, go ahead, keep doing it, is because if you don't develop a good toss, all you're going to do is fall on your face over and over again. She's actually doing pretty well, but she's going to find out where to get the ball so that it's in front of her shoulder, out in front of her, because you can't lean back, you can't lean over. This makes you a good tosser. And he kind of hinted that if they can't serve a floater into the net doing this, that he wouldn't let them go any further as a float server, because the name of it is float, not low. That if you're trying to serve a float serve, you better make it float every time. So I really have no idea why I had you kneel down, but nice job. It's just something I saw someone do, that if someone's having a hard time learning how to have a good toss or struggling, you kind of had to toss a good one there. So nice job. Okay.
So I always think every kid should have a good float serve. So they've mastered that serve, and the jump